today's video, I'm going to be talking about my wildflower garden bed. Let's get into it. Today's video, this is what I'm going to be putting here. Now, I do have a whole bunch of other wildflowers that I'm going to be doing too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, once I get all this dug out first and get some better soil in, I'm going to throw these down and another box down as well. I think it's like 2,000 or 4,000 seeds as well. And this is going to be my wildflower area. Now, like I said, I'm going to throw them down, water them really nicely, and I'm going to throw down a cloth on top so the birds can't eat them until they start to germinate, and then hopefully they'll bloom as well the first year, and then the birds, I won't mind if the birds eat the seeds then. But let's get into today's video. So here are some other seeds that I'm going to be throwing down as well with the seeds that I showed you in the first part. Now, in this box has 5,000 seeds, which there was like a little hole, so the seeds were kind of leaking through, so I had to put them in these bags. Now, I did get these a year ago, so some of them may not germinate, but that's okay. I also have another box as well that I got. Now, I got these from Menards back when I lived in Michigan. So, like I said, they're just over a year old, so I need to get these in the ground this year. So, it's going to be a wildflower patch for sure. That's going to be my wildflower garden, and I'm excited for it. Now, I don't think that I'm going to just throw all these seeds down in this one spot. I think I'm going to take maybe about half of the other box and put them somewhere else. That way it's not all jammed up and everything like that. I'm going to be careful on how I throw these down and how I keep them moist. I'm also going to be talking about an investment that I made as well to protect these seeds until they germinate. And then once they start to produce seeds, then I'll let the birds just go to town. So a little investment I was saying earlier, I picked up this garden mesh netting. And the reason why I picked this up is just to protect the seeds until they germinate. And I'm going to get this off of the ground. It's not going to sit directly on it. So I'm going to have to try to figure out how to do that. And it's still thin enough to where the water can go through. So it'll be nice to use this. I will also throw how much I paid for it as well right here. And I got this off of Amazon. And now this is the 10 feet by 50 feet. So it's going to be plenty big. And what I don't use, I'm probably just going to trim and then use pieces for some other areas that I'm kind of having a little bit of problems with that I've learned over the winter. So it's going to be really nice to use this, like I said, and I will let you guys know if it's really worth the investment or not. I like to do that as well, give you guys my honest thoughts. And other than that, that's all I have for you guys, and let's get back into it. Kind of going to do a little layout with my garden hose because it is a 62-degree day, and why not get a head start and then get back into freezing. So this is kind of what I have going on. So this is my back gate here, which I'll kind of go over that in another plan, but this is what I got going on so far. Now, I'm going to go about maybe about 4 feet off of the fence. And excuse the sun, if it gets a little bright, I do apologize. So it's going to go all the way out until about 5 feet, and then probably about 6 feet off of there. Now, this doesn't get a whole lot of morning sun for right now, but it'll eventually pick up just because the sun is clearly over that way. But once it wraps around, this will all get sun. So I'm gonna have to find some plants that likes partial shade to sun or full sun. We'll see what happens when the time comes. But so I'm going to take my edger. I'm going to edge out all the way around, and it's going to be kind of wavy, which is fine. I don't want it to be like a professional garden bed. And then I'm going to figure out what to put here. But in this garden bed here is going to be kind of low growing pepper plants, some basil, stuff like that. And then on this bed over here is kind of a mess right now, but this is all going to get cleaned up. This is going to be all my tomatoes and higher growing stuff. And then along this fence here is going to be my grape slash maybe raspberry. I don't know just yet on that, but focusing on one thing at a time. So I figured possibly start back here first. This is just kind of like a rough little layout of what I have going on. But I think I'm gonna work. This is going to be my second project. This is going to be my first project. Well, that's my first project over there, getting that all cleaned up and mulched, or weeded and then mulched. And then the same thing, this will be my second project right here. You kind of can see what I did a little bit last year. I put some little plants in. This was a rose bush. Apparently it got cut up a couple times, so that's going to get dug up, and then some type of vine is going to go in here. I don't know if I'm going to put another rose, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to go something different. And then trying to figure out how I want to do this, because from this post to this wall is not a whole lot of room. It's probably about 4-ish feet, because I'm 5'8", so probably just over 4 feet from this wall to this post. So I think I'm going to go about 2-ish feet off and just kind of do like one little pass type thing here, or I might just like throw in some like decorative stone. That way I don't have to really cut this. Just come up to here and cut it, and then from there cut. But ideally, I don't want to have any grass. I'd rather just have all plants. But that would be a lot of plants. So, and the rabbits won't really have anything to munch on or anything else. So I'm still trying to figure all this out. But like I said, probably about 2 feet, 2.5 feet, and then just do some type of like pavers maybe. That way I can walk through and stuff like that. So probably from here around and then back around. So what I'll do is I'll get my tape measure and I'll go 2 feet off of this, 2 feet off of that, and then maybe about whatever foot off of here. So that might be like 1.5 feet or something like that. So I will do that once it dries up, because we got a full day of rain and you kind of can see it's still drying out. So this week's going to be kind of rough. So what I'm going to do, like I said, go 2.5 feet, all depending on this side first, and then go off this and then spray paint, because this one's going to be more of a professional looking garden bed, more of a, I don't want it to be all wavy. I want it to be more like kind of how it is out there, nice little edged around. So, and then in the back I'm just going to kind of just go haywire, because what I want to do is right where this privacy tree shrub is, I think I'm going to end up taking that out and moving it maybe somewhere else, or just getting rid of it. I don't know just yet, because my arbor is going to go there with a climbing rose over that, because this gets a lot of sun up here. So put the climbing rose in the actual garden bed and then have it come up over, because when I take you around front in another video, I'm going to have a pathway, a gravel pathway coming through here and then over here, all depending on how this comes off on both sides. I want to have the pathway come through here, and then maybe a little bit of plants here, that way the neighbor can get in their vehicles. But I could still have a little bit of plants over on this side too, and just do like a pass or two with the lawnmower. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't want to go around making people angry because they can't get into their vehicles. So like I said, we'll see how this all plays out. This is going to be 100% done within the next couple of weeks. By April 1st, this will all be dug out. I don't know if I'm going to do weed barrier fabric or not. I don't really like to do that. I'd rather just put triple shredded hardwood mulch down, and then the way it breaks down over time, it gets better soil, all that good stuff. So like I said, all depending off of these two, this will all be done before April 1st. That way, the first or second week of April, the plants will be going into the ground. So that being said, and then I don't know if I'm going to do the same exact arbor as the one in the front, but ideally I like to get an arbor put over here. I don't know if I'll plant it up or not, but ideally I want to do the same thing with this over here as well. So kind of a lot going on. So do all that, like I said, and then come back here, probably throw in a couple of plants. And this is the money maker here. This is what I really, really want to do, focus on, because back by that bench is going to be some type of water feature. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Still working towards that. And then here is a nice sunny area. So I might try and do some type of trellis up here. That way I could still walk through, but the pollinators could still enjoy something here. So not too sure just yet. Getting kind of carried away. Like I said, this is project number 3. Back by there is project number 2. So this is 3 here, and then 4 will be back there, and then probably 5 this. So I got a lot of work to be done. I'm just happy we're finally warming up, and then it's supposed to drop back into the 50s after Monday. So, but this is kind of what I have planned out, and it's going to look really amazing because I'm going to do all the same mulch around. Like I said, triple shredded hardwood. I'll probably just get a dump truck full of mulch, and then do that, and then do non-toxic mulch or dyed mulch, and then non-dyed mulch in my garden beds to keep the moisture in, so when it's really hot days, the plants could, or my tomatoes and all, could still thrive without having to be watered as much. So a lot to do. Bird feeder. My goal is to, by mid-summer, I would like to have this as a wildlife habitat. All I need is the plants and the water, and get certified or whatever to be able to do that, which once that time comes as well, I will make a video. But like I said, I want this to be an overall food forest, not just for us as a family, but for the wildlife as well. So that's what I'm trying to do. This is a very decent sized yard, more than one I'm used to, and all in all, it's going to be wonderful once it's all done. It just takes time and effort and patience, which I don't have either or. But as always, I just want to say thank you for watching, and if you guys have any suggestions on maybe going a different way or a different route, just let me know in the comments below. And that's all I have to say for this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.